want to be great, you got to work at it, right?
What up, New York Giant Nation? This your boy, Mac the Giants fan. This is the True Blue Aftermath. Where do we begin? Where to begin today? New York Giants, as usual, coming in looking like the professional losers that they are. Call it what it is. Give a fuck who gets mad. This team is a team of professional losers. That's all they know how to do is lose. Not that we got a damn thing to win for right now anyway, but all this team know how to do is lose. Take a look at these numbers, man. Total yards on the day, 141 total yards of offense. You ain't winning football games like that. You ain't winning football games like 2 of 10 on third down. It's a joke today. Everything was a joke. 1 of 3 on the fourth down attempts we had. I mean, you can go on and on and on. There's so many reasons the New York Giants, once again, couldn't get the job done. In a game that Minnesota did everything they could to keep you in the game, they did everything they could to make way for, give you a path to victory. And you couldn't take it at all, New York Giants. I don't even know what this game would be if it wasn't for that big, huge play at the end of the half where the Tyler Nubin scoop, fumble recovery, scoop, and touchdown run back for Tyler Nubin. Wasn't for that, I don't know what this game would have been. It would have just been, well, we see what it would have been if it wasn't for that, obviously, because the offense was capable of doing nothing today. And nobody on that offense is off the hook. Nobody. Dart did not play well today. I'm not hearing anybody talking about, oh, he needs more help. He does need more, but he didn't play well today either. He didn't help his own case today either. He was pretty, probably probably the worst I've seen him perform. I think the Brian Flores, like the commentators were talking, the Brian Flores defense absolutely did have him tripped up a lot today. Had him confused, and he didn't really know. I think it was a tough day for the young guy. At the end of the day, there was also some other guys I got bones to pick with. Theo Johnson. Who is the real Theo Johnson? Who is the real Theo Johnson? Are you the guy that makes those big contested catches down the field and it's great, and then you come out and then things hit you right in the hands, most routine of catches, and it's just like, nah. That interception, John DeVilma was sitting on the broadcast trying to defend the Theo Johnson and all of that on that play. No, you got to make that play. You got to catch that ball. You can't just bounce off your hands and into a defender's hands, man. Sitting there making excuses for that nonsense. And in this game here, the New York Giants are walking wounded also, man. Andrew Thomas going down with a hammy. So who knows what that means for the rest of his season, honestly, at this point. It could mean he could possibly with a hamstring injury at this stage. What's the point? He's probably done for the last 2 games. Fuck it. Let Marcus Bell get much needed reps, obviously, because I think he's going to be part of the starting unit next year, I would imagine. Let's see how things play out, but might as well get him some much needed reps the rest of the way. Andrew Thomas, we know what he is, all pro, all everything, man. If he's banged up at this stage, why play him in a meaningless game against the Raiders? Why play him in a meaningless game against the Cowboys, as far as I'm concerned? At this point, I'm ready to sit Dart down the rest of the way, man. Let Russell Wilson take the reins, man, for all I care, man, at these last 2 games. Why? It doesn't matter at this point. We're playing for nothing, and I'd rather just hang on to the number 1 overall pick. I think Russell Wilson gives us a better chance to lose against the Raiders than Jackson Dart does. So let's go ahead and let's do it, as far as I'm concerned at this point, because I'd rather have the number 1 overall pick now. It's just nothing else. It's this team. We need something to leverage with come April, man. Come draft time, man. What's going on in the chat? GoGMod18, man. Appreciate you. You're right, man. What a pathetic game of football from both teams. It was played in slow motion. I absolutely agree. The game was putting me to sleep, man. It was putting me absolutely to sleep. Well, what it is everybody's taking their best shots at Dart, man. If you watch the games, you watch how it plays out. People take their best shots at Dart, man. I feel like for some reason this kid's gotten in people's heads with success he had earlier, especially with his legs earlier. That teams are just coming out and they're just headhunting at him at this point, man. They're looking to take him out. Not saying in dirty ways, but people are teeing off on Jackson Dart. If you notice it, since that New England game, I feel like really since that New England game, they really, it's really become more aware that teams are just teeing off on Dart any chance they get at this point, man. So it's up to teammates around him. The lines, the line it was a rough day on the offensive line, man. I know injuries were abundant. The whole left side of the line was out. JMS ended up getting hurt. It's been bad, man. But it's still no excuse for what we getting on the field, man. There's no excuse for the level of play that we see. It's like I said, these numbers offensively. We went into the second half. We were halfway through the third quarter at one point and had 0 passing yards. Like halfway through the third quarter, we were still sitting at 0 passing yards. Like, this is just crazy. Jackson Dart's final stat line, 7 of 13, 33 yards and an interception. And he had 7 yards on the ground. Like, that's like what the shit Justin Fields was doing for the Jets, man. That ain't it. So, like, as much as I love to praise Jackson Dart for all the good he's done all year, you got to call him out too on days like this, man. It wasn't just all your receivers letting you down. It was some bad balls coming out of your hands today, man. You wasn't spinning that thing quite right today, man. It just is what it is. You're not always going to be, great days like that. It just is. But what's going on? No Mets, no Nets, no Jets. What's going on, Mosley? I see y'all in the building, man. I appreciate y'all popping in, man. This team is just, it's done, man. This was bad again. Once again, this is a team that looked uninspired completely. And then you had a big play at the end of the half, and it looked like it might have gave this team a little bit more life. But then you come back out in the third quarter, and it's still kind of just lifeless. I just don't understand what it takes to inspire this football team. It seems like nothing can inspire this football team. It's that's where we're at now. It's been terrible, man. It's been this losing streak. It's been awful, and it's crazy because since Dayball got fired, Kapka came out the first couple of games he coached, and we still lost them, but it's still the team wasn't necessarily looking absolutely terrible, and then it's just been since those first couple. After that, it's been just downward spiral. Where now it's the worst we've seen even through. I feel like this is now worse than the worst we've seen all season from this football team these last couple of weeks. It's been absolutely atrocious. It's like the New England Patriots when that game, that Monday Night Football game, that was it. That was the end all. They just punked you for the rest of the season, it felt like, and just sucked the absolute life out of this football team, where now we don't even come out and just watch good, at least even somewhat competent looking football. We're back to incompetent football again. Darius Slayton, if I got to watch you drop another pass, another perfect pass, I just don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know. I cannot continue to watch you, an NFL wide receiver, drop passes that hit you right perfectly in the hands. That could have been a big play. All you had to do was catch the damn football. You got one job. Catch the damn football. Just big drop after big drop after big drop from Darius Slayton. And it's getting, I just can't do it with these guys anymore. I can't do it. It's hard to watch. It's hard to come out and make content for the audience. And this is the shit that you give me to talk about. This is what I got to talk about. I got to talk about the circus that is the New York Giants each and every week. This is the content that I have to provide. It hurts me to have to speak like this of the team I love. But it's just absolutely terrible. And yes, like I said earlier, but absolutely Dart's worst game, man. It's just this wasn't good. Today, it was still, to me, it was just a bad game for him in general. I mean, he had some ish situations where, guys let him down as well, but you can't excuse what we saw today. It was just bad. It wasn't good. It wasn't good for him. And I'm still, but I'm not. I'm still no by no means where I think that we still got a player in Dart. I think this guy is going to continue to work. I think he's going to have probably a great. He'll go out there. He's going to work his tail off in the off season. He's going to do what he got to do to get better. I think Brian Flores has a very complex defense that was absolutely confusing the hell out of Jackson Dart today, man. It was clear he looked lost at times out there. He just didn't know what to do. It seemed like at times, and some of that also is on just how well this staff can getting them prepared for these situations, for these moments. People around the league should know what you're getting when you're going out there to face a Brian Flores defense. Should know, have an idea that it's gonna, you got to have your guys ready. And this team offensively was not ready. It was bad. Like I said, Minnesota kept you in this game and gave you every opportunity, and you still couldn't take advantage of it. Even when they lost J.J. McCarthy after halftime, never played, didn't even play the whole second half. They couldn't take advantage of that bum ass quarterback, Brosman or whatever his name is. I mean, you couldn't even take advantage of that. He was able to still do enough to navigate the Vikings to a W, and that's, to me, is inexcusable, man. It's inexcusable. That pick six that got called back. I mean, Abdul Carter. I mean, I know it's tough. It's a tough call lining up that in the neutral zone or whatever, line up in neutral zone, but you got to be aware of that, young man. Those are things you have to be aware of. That's another huge play off the board. I mean, how crazy that would have been if we had 2 touchdowns on the day, both scored by the defense. That would have been crazy for this. But hey, would have got us a W. And that's the difference between winning teams and losing teams. There are those small details right there, man. It comes down to that. So, I mean, overall, you're playing better these last couple of games, Abdul Carter, but then you still have a breakdown that cost this team 6 points, man. And it is what it is, man. You gotta own up to it, man. And I gotta call you out on it when it happens, man. I can't excuse it. You still had another pretty solid game. That spin move on that sack was true. Give us more of that. You know what I mean? That was nasty work. You know what I mean? That was absolute nasty work. But at the end of the day, where we are again with another L. This is where we are, man. We are the New York Giant losers. That's what they should call us, the New York loser Giants. You know what I mean? We are professional losers, man. We are the best at that, man. Nobody loses like us. Point blank and period. We're just it's hard to watch, man. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 losses in a row. It's crazy to think the last time we won a football game was the month of October. Early in the month of October, by the way. Yeah, not even Halloween. Early in the month of October. The last time this football team won a football game, man. Against the world champion Philadelphia Eagles, no doubt. Ain't been able to get back on track since, man. At all. You played some competitive football since then, but these last few games here hadn't even really been that, because I don't necessarily call this game competitive just because the final score, we only lost by 3 points. I don't necessarily still think that made us look very competitive in this game. I think the Minnesota Vikings defense absolutely swallowed our offense up, and offensively, they were making plays when they had to, every time they needed to, they made plays. It wasn't necessarily explosive or anything overly exciting, but when they needed something, they were able to get it done. So they did. Like I said, I acknowledge that. Like I said, I would say the first couple of games after he got fired, the team was still playing somewhat inspired, and they were just losing kind of in the same way they were losing with Dable. But like I said, these last few games or so, man, it's been pathetic. It's been, like I said, the worst New York Giant football we've seen this season by far. So I agree with that in that regard, man. I'm not, look, and like I said, he's got to go, man. Hopefully, we only got 2 more weeks to deal with him, and then hopefully, Black Monday come and he can get shown the door, man, with the rest of this whole regime, man. Because it's some of this comes, like I said, this comes down to preparation. Because Minnesota, like I said, they almost like they wanted us to win this football game. They were like, "Here you go, Giants, take it. We're giving it to you. We're offering it to you. Go ahead and win the game." We're putting it on a platter for you, a silver platter, rolling them. Go ahead and unwrap this Christmas gift. No, 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 Giants. Oh no, we can't take that. We don't want none of that. I mean, this was just, and the fact that the offense for the most part has looked pretty functional most of the season, to come out and just look this poorly today. I just don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know where we go from here, bro. I don't know. I mean, another overall solid effort from Tyrone Tracy, I suppose. But what does it mean? Like I said, what does any of that mean? It means nothing when these are still the same end results, man. It don't none of that means shit. So it was just bad. Like I said, Jackson Dart. I'm really stunned at how poorly he looked today. He did. Like I said, he looked poor. He looked. This was the first time I could genuinely say he came out looking like he wasn't ready for a game himself. He did not seem as prepared as he needed to be for this test from this Brian Flores defense, man. He just didn't look like he was up to the task at all. I mean, like I said, I can call it what it is. I can admit that, man. Definitely can admit that. I mean, just uncharacteristic kind of errors. Took quite a few sacks. Not all necessarily his fault. I mean, that last one that sealed the game, for instance. That's what the fuck can he do? I mean, what can he really do in that situation? Nobody's getting open down the field, and just once again, Giants also just ill prepared, man, for what the Vikings bring to the table, man. Van Ginkel continues to be a big time New York Giant disruptor. Obviously, as you know, when he played for the Dolphins a few years ago, he's the one that took out Daniel Jones. Ended his Daniel Jones season a few years ago. He's also had to pick six on Daniel Jones last year for the Vikings in that opening game last season. Seals the deal to close the door once again on the New York Giants, man. And in this game this week with the big sack on Jackson Dart on the fourth down play, that was it. That ended the game pretty much essentially. I mean, New York Giants still had a chance that they could have held the Vikings from getting that first down, but obviously they could not accomplish that either, man. It's hard, guys. I love y'all, man. I do. I love the guys like you guys in the chat, Mosley, Mets, no Nets, man. What's my man name up here? Yeah, Goji Man. If you guys are all still out in the chat, I mean, you guys are the ones I do this for, man. But it's hard, man. It's rough, man. It's rough out here. It's just I would love to be able to have something positive to speak of when I speak about the New York Giants, and all they can give me is negative energy, man. I cannot wait for this season to come to an end, and I can just maybe get back to just making some form of decent content and just talking about off-season things and needs and whatnot. And there's going to be a lot to talk about, man. There's going to be so much to talk about, man. Guys like Kayvon Thibodeau, who's unable to finish the year out, and what was a big what should have been a big year for him. Excuse me. No contract year now. Like, didn't give us a lot to go on, Kayvon. Like, what kind of money are you actually going to be looking for, considering what we put on the field? These are going to be the things that I can't wait to just really dive into and dissect, man, and start trying to break down some of this stuff, man. All the Jackson Dart trade talks already that's out there, man. Look, I'm just not one for trading a proven commodity for a guy that we don't know what the fuck he's going to be. Jackson Dart has demonstrated he can play football at this level. I think you can definitely say that if this kid has some legitimate pieces around him, things can be going a lot better for him. I mean, they're still going pretty decent, even though he had a rough day today at the office, man. But overall, I'm just one of those guys. That's how I feel about that, man. I know a lot of people drop videos this week about it. Colin Cowherd with the controversial comments, what he does, how he always does what he does, talking that shit he talks. But I'm not really for that. I want to move forward. I want to build around Jackson Dart and the lease and see what we got, man, and what we can build this offense into. I think he's a good young piece to start with, man. I'm not trying to hear all that Mendoza talk right now, man. I'm not for all that. I mean, I know you got to keep all options open. You never know what's going to happen with the coaching situation. Coach comes in and Dart's not their guy, and I guess this Dart's just not their guy. I mean, that's also a reality we'll have to live with. But as far as right now, from my perspective, I'd rather continue to go ahead and try to build around Dart going forward. If we get to hang on to number one overall pick, man, use that as leverage. Use that, and you know, somebody want to come up and that's in love with Mendoza. Somebody wants to come up and get that ass, get that pick, take that pick from off the New York Giants' hands. You know, let's see what kind of draft capital we can build up, man, and do what we need to do to make the New York Giants better. That's what it's all about, man. I figure like you give Daniel Jones 6 years, and then people are really, really contemplating wanting to run Jackson Dart out of town after one. After one, I mean, Jesus, this is like that. This doesn't to me make sense, but it is. I mean, we're all gonna have our opinions, and that is what it is, man. But this team is has so many holes to fill, man. That I think we need to really focus on the actual holes. And I don't think I just right now. I think with Dart at the helm at quarterback's not one of those holes. I think you bring back Jameis Winston and keep those guys together, man. They seem to really have a really good, you know, rapport in that QB room, man. You get another young guy in there or whatever, whether it's undrafted guy, whatever. You draft a guy late in the draft, another guy late in the draft or something, whatever it may be, you know. But I just think we need to focus on what needs to be focused on. I mean, this defense, yeah, they made a couple of big plays, obviously. Like I said, it's probably the only touchdown we had, but it's just terrible. What we're watching week in and week out is terrible. I feel like if JJ McCarthy didn't go down, I think this game we're talking about a blowout here, guys. I'm seriously thinking we're talking about a blowout. I think the fact that Brosman is just god awful is the reason why this game didn't turn into a blowout in the second half because we did nothing really the entire second half of this football game. And to be quite frank, they were able to do just enough to get the job done. Here we are, man. So where do we go from here, man? when is when is the madness going to end? That is this season, man. You got 2 more weeks, man. Just bring them to me, man. I wish I could just like Adam Sandler on click, man. Just fast forward these next 2 weeks. Just get to the off season. I'm ready for it, man. Oh, it's it's painful. It's painful. So yeah, I mean, so yeah, I think now it's time. I mean, something else I was noticing with like Minnesota, they were like, you know, these guys, they got like a lot of young guys out there playing their seasons over. So I see they got a lot of young guys out there kind of, you know, doing some talent evaluating, you know, kind of something the New York Giants need to do. I don't know what we're doing exactly, but there's some young guys I think we need to start seeing on the field in these last couple games, man. Just for what the fuck, man. Just see, because you never know. Sometimes you gauge guys off of practice, and then you get a guy in the game, and he's a gamer, motherfucker. And that's a real thing. You never know what you got sometimes, man. And you just sitting there holding on to guys on the sideline, rotting away, and then you just go into next season to the off season, and you still don't know what they really are. At this point, just play the young guys, man. Just play them, man. Got nothing else. We got nothing else to play for, man. Like I said, like I said earlier, ain't no point in putting Andrew Thomas back out there. He got the bad hammy. All right, let him just go coast into the off season and take care of that, man. Let him be ready to go for all off season activities next year, man. You know what I mean? Let just forget about it. Like I said, you got Marcus Bow to evaluate anyway. Like I said, that's talent that needs to be evaluated. He played a little bit earlier in the year, and we saw some good things, some good signs. We see some ups and downs from him, but might as well let him get some good serious playing time in these next couple of weeks. Why not? Like I said, why not? It's just what do you want to be, man? Because you look, it's right now we're still just trying to be a competitive football team. So we got to get to that point before we can even talk about being good. We're we're a mess. This is a mess in here, Giants. I mean, just too many winnable games this season, games that you had too many opportunities and just never able to take advantage of, never able to close the door, man. And I mean, some of them was against good teams. I mean, it's tough, man. It's just really been rough, man. Like I said, you look at some of these games throughout this season, man. I mean, Detroit, Green Bay, Chicago, the Denver game. I mean, these are just that first Dallas matchup. I mean, these were look at that. All of those are L's, and they all not only could have, but absolutely should have been victories. Every single one of those games. That I'm talking about is what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more games right there, which still would only put us at 7 wins. But still, how much how much more would we know about this football team if we were sitting right now at 7 wins and still being at least competitive and just not quite there yet, as opposed to losing all of those games? Like it's the story of the New York Giants 2025 season, man. It's been a story, man. Just a bad football team that just can't figure anything out, man. Can't seem to put it together. Can't. You guys have no idea how much I love this football team. I don't know if y'all do, man. Like this is my world, man. The New York Giants. That's what when it comes to sports. That's it. They're my, you know what I mean. And this is for them to give me this week in and week out, man. It's like, yeah, I'm always gonna be no matter what, man. That ain't never gonna change, Mosley, for me, man. The loyalty is gonna be there because I don't know how to be no other way, man. But I don't have to sit here and pretend to be happy about this shit either, though. I don't know how to be no other way. I'm going down with the shit. You know what I mean? Like nothing's gonna ever sway me. And I got Eagle fans in my ears every day, man. Come on over, no, never gonna happen. Never gonna happen. But this is we got to suffer through this, man. I'm just hating it. Like I want to get back to being able to talk shit. That's what I think. That's what I think that hurts me the most. Is because back when we were actually a good and competent football team, I talk that shit like nobody else, man. Like that's why I'm back the Giants fan. You know what I mean? I talk that talk. And I can't talk that talk, right? I can't talk shit at all I can't say anything. All I can do is accept how sorry we are. And I'm tired of it. It's been too damn long. How the hell can we just be this bad for this long, man? Gotta get right, man. Gotta be able to get right. And we're not gonna get right with the guys that are in charge. Like I said, this whole regime has to go today. Once again, another prime example. This whole regime gotta go, man. They're gonna lead us to nowhere. There's nothing more they can do, man. There's nothing more in my eyes. Like I said, to me, I feel like it would be almost irresponsible to give Mike Kafka an interview. Sorry, I just feel that way. He's got to go. You got to wipe your hands clean of him completely as well, man. Like he has not even earned the right to be interviewed for the job. You are not a viable candidate. You cannot potentially be a part of this still going forward. You got to get the fuck out of here, man. We got to go. We need somebody to come in and bring a whole new energy and culture to this regime, to this football team, and get them back to where they're supposed to be, at least from a respectability standpoint, because that's what hurts some of the parts. It's bad enough to just be this bad on the field and lose games, But the fact that we don't even command respect around the league anymore. We are not a respected football team anymore. We are just a joke. Just a joke. No respect around the league from anybody. No credibility. We're just, like I said, we're what the Cleveland Browns organizationally historically is. We're that. We're what the Detroit Lions used to be when Barry Sanders and Calvin Johnson were retiring before they were truly done. We're at that stage right now. We're literally at that level of bad. You know those bag heads back in the day, the ain'ts. You know they used to call them the ain'ts. Yeah, we're that. We're that kind of bad. Where our home games look like home games for the visiting team. Yes, we are that bad. And the New York Giants should not ever be that kind of bad. But here we are. Here we are. So I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to wrap this up because, like I said, I can't. It's hard. I don't just talking. I'm probably going. This is probably going to be a heavy week for shorts for me. I can tell y'all right now because I just feel like it's going to be times when things are just going to come to my mind. I'm just going to feel like unleashing a little wrath. You know what I mean? So it's probably going to be a heavy week with shorts. Expect to see some of those popping out throughout the week. Definitely, it's not going to be a real deal NFC's roundup this week on Wednesday because Christmas Eve got family things going on, things to do, and it's just not going to be able to do it. Just Andrew Thomas is the big one from this game. Yeah, Andrew Thomas was the big one. Tyler Newton did go down too. I didn't hear an update on him yet, but Andrew Thomas went down with the hamstring. I'm not sure what happened with Tyler Newton when he went down. And other than that, I didn't hear about JMS either. But yeah, those are the only ones that I can think of right now. But yeah, so probably will be dropping some shorts all throughout the week, like I said, and I might drop a couple shorts updating some of the other NFC's action as well. The Eagles and wrapping up the division last night with the win over the Commanders, and the Dallas Cowboys officially eliminated from playoff contention as well. And so I might talk about a little bit of that throughout the week. Drop some shorts, like I said, because there won't be no roundup on Wednesday with the holiday. So me and Adam will get back at y'all for sure the following week on New Year's Eve. We're gonna definitely drop something for y'all to bring the new year in. And appreciate y'all coming in, Mosley. No mess, no nest, no jets, man. And Goji Man, I appreciate y'all popping in, hanging out for me for another depressing half hour of the True Blue Aftermath. Make sure y'all hit that like for the stream. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, man. It's your boy MacDaGiantsFan. Until I see y'all again, man. Happy holidays. Peace. I'd like to thank you all for listening. If you was feeling this, please take time to subscribe and smack them likes. Feel free to drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to ring that bell so you know when I'm dropping new content. It's your boy, MacDaGiantsFan. You can find me on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook at MacDaGiantsFan. That's MacDa Giants Fan.